Land, welcome. I am Darlene and I'm here to do some readings for you guys tonight before we get our ice storm here in the south. Fingers crossed it won't be so bad. I just knocked something on the floor over there. Fingers crossed it won't be horrible. Let me get this camera better situated. That's a little better. Okay, guys, how is everyone? How in the world is everyone? I hope you're doing well. Let me pull myself up over here while I'm at it. Okie dokie, there we go. Now I can see your chat. I can see you in the chat. There we are. Richard, you're already here. Boy, you must have been holding your device right like this when YouTube notified you, right? So what's going on in your world, Richard? What? Oh, sorry, I hit my mic. Oh, no, Richard. Oh, that's awful. You're depressed and probably homeless. Wait, how did we go from that from last week to you being homeless? What in the world? Or whatever day I read for you, I remember. I remember reading. I don't remember everything I read. What in the world happened, Richard? That's awful. I am so sorry. I'm just kind of hoping you might type something in there. Give me some clue. My hair's bugging me. It's going to drive me crazy tickling my face today. Well, Richard, I don't know. I'm just so very sorry. Chill is in the house. Hey, Chill. You leave a thumbs up but can't say, oh, can't face. I'm sorry, Chill. I would love to have you here. You always add a lot to the chat, and I appreciate you. Oh, I see, Richard. Okay. That kind of homeless. I got you. I got you. I mean, any kind of homeless is not good, but I got you. Well, sweetie, it happens. I've been through it many times, and you will survive. You will. You absolutely will. You just got to get through it. It's the hard part. Just got to get through it. Not fun, is it? But I like to think that when these things happen, it's because something better is coming, right? And sometimes we have to be forced to let go of the things that we probably wouldn't have otherwise. You know, we might not have stayed there, or rather may have stayed there longer than we needed to. So you're saying she's been telling you to get out, telling you to, while she's worked now, she don't, oh, that's sad, Richard. Oh, Chill, you're a trivia person. Well, you go answer those questions. You just go right on over there. I don't, that actually sounds like fun. I don't know that I would do well at it. I'm sort of a narrow subject matter specialist in what I do in my groove here, but that sounds like fun. So I hope you, did they give prizes? Of sorts, I hope you win something. Do they give prizes for that? I can't get this right tonight. Sure, Richard. Type your question in, just one question. Go ahead and type that in for me, Richard. We'll see what we can do. But it's fun, and that's more important, isn't it? Chill, it's more important to have fun. Absolutely. So true. I meant to also put my little comment here in the chat. I always get busy visiting and then forget it. Let me do this. This would go better if I had glasses on. If I wore my glasses. I get sick of wearing them. I need new ones so badly. Something to motivate you. I will do my best, Richard. Let me put this up here. There we go. That should have done it. Why is it not going through? There we go. It posted twice. Why did it do that? Bear with me. I'm trying to... I was meditating right before I got on here, and I'm still kind of a little zen from that. So meditation and then jumping on here and devices and all that, it takes me a minute to make that transition. But okay, let's pin that message up there. Okay, yeah, there we go. We got it. Okay. Oh, thank you. I like them too, and I get lots of compliments on them. I just need new lenses, though. These are not working, not doing it for me anymore. My vision has changed a little bit, and I need new lenses, and so it's like I can kind of half see out of one eye, and I really only need them for reading. And a little bit of astigmatism, but they're not bad. They're functional until I get around to it. Some finance, they can have some, it's going to help bring around the situation. Well, I know we've talked about law of attraction. I was watching an interesting thing with Deepak Chopra today. In fact, I was going to get that quote out. Let me get it, because I thought it was, he's written a book, and I didn't know that he'd written a book about abundance and money and so forth. And he was talking about how it's all tied. So, Richard, this is for you. Because he was talking about how abundance in general, and money is just one small element of abundance, as we know. Health is abundance. Time and energy are things that we want to have in abundance of in our lives. But he was talking about how it's tied to your self-worth and your self-esteem. And I won't try to regurgitate the whole video. It was, 10 or 15 minutes long. But the quote that stuck with me from it was, self-esteem is being responsive to feedback, but immune to criticism. Let me say that again. Self-esteem is being responsive to feedback, but immune to criticism. Now, of course, there's a difference in constructive criticism and just people bashing you naturally, but I don't know, that really stuck with me, because he was just making the point, because you hear me talk about law of attraction here, and Richard, this is for you, it's for everybody, but not just you. Oh, thank you, Brutus, that's very sweet, thank you so much. I know, Chill, it just really stuck with me, because, I talk here a lot about law of attraction and all that, and being happy, and that's my tagline, get busy, get happy, but I'd never heard it put quite like that, and that he particularly, as I said, ties it to self-esteem, and it's true. I just hadn't worded it that way or heard it. But when you feel good about yourself, everything else sort of cascades from that, doesn't it? And I would just say that differently in the way that I talk about this often. If we're looking for things outside of us, if we're expecting things or people outside of us to bring us happiness, where we can feel good and therefore attract abundance, that's never going to happen. It's an inside job, of course. So we have to accept that responsibility if we want to learn and to be able to attract more abundance. Hey, Playboy, Richard is ahead of you. I'm actually, maybe Playboy, yeah, I'll say yes. I'll just say yes, because what I'm thinking I'm going to do is do a live for subscribers only, and because this one's open to anybody, and I'm trying to attract new people to the channel. That's why I leave it open, and that's also why we get trolls in here. So. But I would like to honor my subscribers and, not have to deal with that. So I'm thinking I might try to add a night. I was thinking even I might do it tomorrow night where I just come on live just for subscribers. So let me know what your thoughts about that are. Mickey B's in the house. Hey, Mickey. True happiness is something we have to give ourselves permission for. We can't expect it to come by to us otherwise. Amen, Richard. So very true. I'm just saying. Oh, wow. So true. What's the name of... Oh, I can't remember. I just remembered in big letters was abundance on the front of the book. But I bet if you just did a search for Deepak Chopra book on abundance, it would come up. Because and it's probably been out a while, because he made a comment in the video that he's moving on now from teaching about that. He's has some other things streaming apparently into his consciousness that he wants to focus on. So, okay, good on him. And better for us, right? He's got more good stuff to bring us. My year has started well, Mickey, and thank you for putting that in the chat. That's awesome. Hey, Cornelius, welcome. Thank you. You checking the energy? Okay, will you let me know where we are on that scale, okay? Hey, TJ. Playboy Bunny beat you to the second free one tonight, TJ. And I was just saying, I think I'm going to start a night or do a live just for subscribers, because I'm leaving these chats open to try to attract some new people and new subscribers. So, and I like to honor them first. That's kind of why I'm doing this, so they can get a feel for me and what I do, and get more people on my channel. So when I read the same people every week, it doesn't accomplish that. But I want to honor you guys too. So I'm trying to figure out how I can do that. Yes, it does chill. It absolutely comes from within, no matter what. I know. I knew what you meant, within. That's why happiness is an inside job. That's right. So Richard had asked, because Richard's at a really hard crossroads right now. And you can go back and read his comment, but he says he's about to be homeless. His girlfriend's wanting to break up and kick him out, and there he is sitting home taking care of the kids. So that makes me sad for him. And he wanted to know how he could turn his finance around. And so that's what made me launch into talking about this. Christian, my free readings those slots have already been spoken for tonight. I want to say thank you for being here, though. I can take a couple of super chats if y'all are interested in doing that. So I just wanted to see what other messages might be here for Richard tonight. My heart is hurting. Richard, I can feel your sadness. I just want you to know that. I really can. And it's heavy, sweetheart. It's heavy. Thank you, Christian. Yeah, stick around. We have some nice chat conversations here. Hey, Perry, welcome. Thank you. I don't know. That's a great question, Chill. Maybe he would like to answer that, Richard. Trying to stay strong. Well, that's the best thing you can do, in life. You've heard that saying. It's not how many times you get knocked down, right? It's how many times you get up that matters. What did I just say? I can feel how bad you're hurting. Yeah. Oh, the cards are just all telling me what you've already told me. Basically, you're questioning whether or not your time is wasted here in this relationship that you're in. And I don't really want this to be about relationship, but we know that what's happening is because of that. But I have a very specific message, Richard, and this is relevant. It's kind of, you haven't been listening to your intuition, and that's causing you to have a lot of fear. Things you can't see now are coming to light, which I think is in your relationship. It's saying this relationship might, if it's time for it to end, then let it go. But I'm going to give you that same speech, and please hear this. This is real important, and my hair is driving me crazy because it's tickling my face. what I said was not just to you about if we're looking for something outside of us to make us happy. If you're, it's never going to happen. We have to give ourselves that gift. But if your partner is projecting that onto you, then you're never going to make your partner happy. And that's what I feel is the message here for you tonight. And I'm not telling you to give up on the relationship. I wouldn't do that, It's just a matter of you understanding that how you can tackle the problem, so to speak. So the first thing I would say to get busy on is affirming that you are valuable, that you contribute a lot in your relationship, that you are valued, you are cherished, you're invaluable might be a better affirmation for you, Richard. That your worth is seen, that you are seen and heard in general, those kinds of positive affirmations, because you clearly have a lot of fear around this. But I got this King of Wands in reverse, and I don't think this is your energy. That's why I launched into that. I feel like this is your person, honestly, even though I think it's she, you said, but still, it's like focusing on things that are shallow. I just, again, I'm not meaning to bash your person, Richard, please. Don't take me wrong here. I think this is a wake-up call for you to place priority in what's truly meaningful in your life. And is this person, well, no, that's the question. This statement is what I want to, let me get this out. Is this person a reflection of who you are? Yes. Is it who you want to be? That's the question I would ask you. I mean, I know that you're really up in your head, you're overthinking this, and I feel like you're just on a mental gerbil wheel right now. Oh crap, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And so the way that I can help you is to help you change your mindset, help you understand that this is a blessing rather than a disguise. And again, I'm not saying to break up. What I'm saying is this is the universe, spirit, divine, whatever your word for that is, basically showing you what it is within you that you need to work on so that you can create a better life and fix this problem permanently. Because you're so focused on the problem that you're not able to create. And here's what I mean. If you are busy living as a victim, then you're not living as a creator. And you're just going to repeat this cycle over and over again, Richard, if you don't break this, mold that you kind of got going here. Ooh, Mickey, I like that a lot. Focusing on healing is the opposite of giving up, Richard. It's reinforcing your boundaries and growing. Amen. I love that, Mickey. Yes, yes, yes. Your focus, yes, absolutely. Focus on yourself. Now, I'm not saying be selfish and mean to other people, but focus on changing your mindset. Focus on, therefore, it changes your energy. Therefore, it changes your point of attraction. Your point of attraction is what the universe, in other words, the universe is reflecting to you what is going on inside of you. Your person is reflecting that you have a self-worth issue because she's not valuing you. That's really as simply as I can put it. So you need to start valuing yourself regardless of what that person is doing. I hope that made sense. Helurus, my slots for free readings are already spoken for tonight. I'd like to thank you for being here and hope you'll come back. I do have a couple super chat slots open though if you'd like to do that. Good, I'm glad it makes sense. And I know that doesn't help you tomorrow if you're out on the street, but it's the big picture. It's the long-term solution about, about how to heal. That's what this means, healing, but you're not there yet. And be clear with the universe what you want. Be clear what your wishes are that you want. And I know you want love, that's certain, but you're feeling like this is an end to a relationship, an end to a situation. And Spirit saying because there needs to be change and there's something that hasn't transformed yet, that's not changing yet. So we need to be sensitive to others, but not always put them first. Not always. It's a give and take in any good relationship. But in this case, Richard, start focusing on changing your feelings about yourself, feeling your self-worth. Look for any little things. When I need to pick me up, first of all, I stop watching videos and I play happy music. I have a playlist of literally happy music. And and I just listen to that, and I say affirmations over and over in my head, and I visualize positive, visualize what I want, and I have a whole process. And so that's what needs to happen here. You're stuck here, and you've got to get yourself out of here. Nobody can do that but you. And so until you do that, nothing positive is going to happen here. You're kind of at a standstill. Hey, Christian Garrett. Yes, Richard, and I don't mean in a selfish way, like if the child, if you need to babysit, you're saying, hell no, I'm not doing anything around here anymore. I don't mean it that way, and I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'm talking about it internally, putting yourself first, internally loving yourself, filling your own cup of love and appreciation for yourself first. First, not looking to that person to appreciate the fact that you're taking care of the kids, or that person to appreciate you for all the things that you do around the house, or that this or that. It's irrelevant. Once you start doing this for yourself, then the world and all the people around you will start reflecting that self-worth, that your cup is full, so to speak. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. I don't. Anybody want to moderate tonight? Chill. I know you can't stay, but I'd love to make you or Mickey a moderator and help me with some of this spam. You guys up for that? Hang on, let me get... What is your question there, Jill? How many pole spikes in these cards? I'm not sure I understand your question. Talking about this one or this one? This is the 8 of Swords, or 8 swords in this one. Is that what you're talking about? Mickey, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, right. And it doesn't matter. Here's the thing, Richard. It doesn't matter. I know it. Let me see if I can say this concisely. Even if you didn't have a girlfriend, if this is what the universe feels you need to work on and heal, that kind of behavior will show up from your family, your boss, your neighbor, somewhere else. But typically it shows up most often in our romantic partner. And so that's why it's showing up for you in this one. But, it could be anybody. It's just that's how it's reflecting to you. So once you change this, it will show up everywhere for you. Okay, Mickey, I am making you a moderator, standard moderator. And you should see a little wrench show up by your name here. There you go. Okay, that's all right. Next time you come, I'm going to leave you as a moderator next time you come. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I've already put somebody in timeout. I did, Jill. Yeah. No, that's okay, Mickey. No worries. I just appreciate any help when y'all are here. No worries at all. I all the help I can get. What can I say? It's just hard for me to watch that and do this, and I really rather, my skills are better used over here, so that's why. Ray, I wasn't aware that I was ignoring you. And I'm not sure what you're doing. I'm not your mama, sweetie. And I didn't leave you, honey. I know you're projecting, and I understand your process here, Ray, but I can't be your mama tonight, darling. See, I'm going to spend all my time here blocking people tonight. And Hey, Sensei, welcome. I am wonderful today. Thank you. I guess I was more tired than I realized. I slept. No wine and nothing to enhance my sleeping patterns. I slept 10 hours last night and 10 hours the night before. I have just had some catching up to do, apparently. So, yeah. Oof. Richard, I really hope that helps because, you know, I can read cards and say you're going to get a job next week or you're going to do all those kinds of things, but it's like that old adage, how does it go? Nikki, help me out here. Give a man a fishing pole and he'll catch it. Well, something about fish for a day. You can feed him for a day, but if you teach him how to fish, he can feed himself for life, or however that saying goes. I can't remember now. But so this advice I give is more long-term to help you, the big picture. Now, it doesn't happen overnight because you've got a lot of momentum built up already in the situation you're in. But don't give up, Richard. Don't give up. Keep saying those positive things, right? Yeah, I think so too. Randy, I just put him in timeout. Thank you, Mickey. Guys, 2 or 3 of you have been asking for readings, and my free slots are spoken for, but I do have a couple of super chat slots open if you'd like to do that. Playboy Bunny, type your question in for me, honey. And Richard, I hope that helps. I know it's probably not exactly what you were hoping for, but it's what I got for you. It's what I can do for you tonight. Just think positive. Start watching those Abraham Hicks videos. You know, I talk about that a lot. Or Joe Dispenza, those are great teachers. No, oh, I love that. I love that you said that. One of my fondest memories from my childhood is my mother talking about the little engine that could. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. So I love that you're saying that. Yeah, I'm not a quitter either, so don't you give up on you. I'm not going to give up on you. Yes, thank you, Mickey, for encouraging him. We all need that, you know, goodness. Okay, what deck for Playboy Bunny tonight? Actually, Bonnie, I'm 73 years old. What of it? That's right, Jason. You don't need anything or anybody outside of you, truly. All right. What are Jonathan's feelings and actions potentially toward Playboy Bunny? I don't know. I didn't get that question out of my mouth good. I'm not sure I want these. This one feels right. I'm putting these back. But, Playboy Bunny, the juggling card, yeah, it means overwhelm. It means balls in the air, but, you know, that's the card that we call the juggling card. Sorry. Oh, gosh, Kay, thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much. Well, I think a part of mine is I've been meditating for 35 years, and it really does help. I'm convinced. Can just mean overwhelmed. Let's wait for some more cards to come out. Show me, please, what are Jonathan's feelings? Oh, well, that's a good sign. That's, you know, bringing in an... I'm laughing, but bringing in a love offer. Didn't get it out of my mouth before this because he wants to come in out of the proverbial cold, feeling a bit on the, oh, poor me, because you know what this one is? This is the Ace of Wands. This is the, how can I say this nicely? It is what readers call the phallic symbol of the tarot. I mean, just look at it. Well, I know. You know, my, I think I told you this the other night, my New Year's resolution is, and I don't really do a lot of resolutions, but my commitment to myself is leaving people in, you know, starting the new year with clean slate and leaving some people in 2024. There we go, Jason. It is like the tempered steel. That's right. You keep putting it back into the fire, the sword. You put it back into the fire. That's right. To mold it and fold it, and eventually it strengthens. Absolutely. It's a good analogy. What else is John? I don't know if this is, I need any more cards, really, but we'll see. What else? What are his feelings and intentions? Okay. Wow. Wow. Well, oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to mute. 1 second here. Okay. Well, that's kind of surprising. I mean, not surprising that he loves you, but I just didn't expect it to come out here with these other cards that had fallen. So this is the Ace of Cups. That, you know, it means just what you think. It's a cup of love. And the Three of Swords in reverse. This is, you know, awful heartache, but healing from it. I want to recover from that. I want to recover from that. Well, you do deserve better. Of course he wants to make amends. We've talked about this. I'm going to tell you, are you sure you're not dating the same guy I was dating? Because his name's not Jonathan, but his behavior is very similar, and I'm just over it. It's like, stay the hell over there. I don't... There is not a revolving door at my house, if you get my drift. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'd rather be alone than not be valued. That's just me. Frankly, I kind of like, that's the thing when you get older. I've been married more than once, and and that's good. I'm just not sure I want to do that. I kind of like having my own space again, you know, and all that. Exactly. We can wear our bunny slippers, no bra, no makeup, eat bonbons if we want to, and nobody's going to say anything to us. I don't eat bonbons, but you know what I'm saying. It's just... Sometimes it's better to be alone and be valued, right? Not sometimes. Well, all right, let's see what else he wants to tell us here. Yeah. I'm trying to recover from this heartache from when you stabbed me in the back. You stabbed me. I'm making fun of him. Yes, I am. I know that's not kind, but we asked how he felt. He feels stabbed in the back. He feels like you put an end to things. It's a breakup. That's what he's thinking. But he's also... just a second, I'm tuning into what this actually is feeling like. This is making plans, okay? It's also looking for your ships to come in. It's divine timing. It's all of that good stuff. This can be celebration, but most of the time, the Three of Cups for me is overindulgence. It's also third-party card. Sometimes not. And the fact that I've got 2 out of my 3 cards that would give me third-party card, I think we're just the dog chasing the tail here again, Playboy Bunny. Well, good. You shouldn't chase him. Yeah, that's why he's feeling like this. Man, does she mean it this time? Does she really mean that she's going to end it this time? He is thinking about this long and hard. He is, for sure, thinking about maybe, spying on you a little bit. He could be doing that too. What is she up to? Why ain't she calling me? Why isn't she chasing me and beating my door down? Why, because I'm God's gift to the world, and yeah, but yeah, I'm just looking at the other cards. See, to me, and that's kind of that behavior I was just talking about. It's created a blow to my self-confidence because I want victory. I am the man. I want victory. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not chasing her. I'm sitting over here on my throne being the King of Wands, being Mr., better than sliced bread. I'm sorry. I'm healing, from this breakup. I mean, it just goes on and it was a disappointment. And I don't really want to walk away from this, but, I know she wants this, and I'm not giving it. I still want my options open. The cards are what they are. Thank you, Mickey. I really, really appreciate you being here, and, whenever you can. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you so much, and have fun at trivia night. Bring back some tidbits for us. Thanks, Mickey. Excuse me. Well, I know, and I did that same trap too, and I knew better. I knew better, and I did it. So I'm not criticizing you. I'm not. Please don't take what I'm saying that way, Playboy Bunny. But I can't make any other message out of this tonight for you other than he's sitting in his hubris right now. Can I put it that way? He does have feelings for you. Absolutely. But that doesn't give him the right to treat you this way, does it? And he will continue to do that until you stop it. He won't stop it. You will have to stop it. Make that clear. So, yep, he wants options for sure. Absolutely. I know it. He wants his cake and eat it too. That's what he wants. He wants his cake and eat it too. Well, don't we all? Let's just all be immature and not honor other people's feelings. Let's just do that. Let's because it's all about us, right? You're welcome. You're welcome, honey. I'm sorry you're going through it. I swear I'm not. I'm not. You've been here enough. I'm not meaning to make fun of you. It's just so ridiculous. I get a little irate with men or anybody. Men aren't the only ones that do it. But that is what it is. Oh, Chill, did I get it backwards? Oh, Mickey, but it was you're the trivia night, not Mickey. Oh, sorry about that. You know what I'm going to do? I meant to do this too for you, Chill. Did you say you would be a moderator at some point? Can I make you a moderator? Just for, you don't have to do it, even though I give you that permission. You don't ever have to do it. We do have flaws. Absolutely. Nobody's perfect. That's why we're here. Well, part of why we're here, to work on that. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm kind of halfway laughing at myself when I'm laughing at that situation, because I so knew better and I did it anyway. But I tell you, they can be so freaking charming. They can be so charming, and we bite that bait like we've never seen bait before. It is a learning. That's right, Jason. Earth is totally a learning experience. That's right. Okay, Jill, that's fine. That's perfectly fine, honey. No worries. I'm just trying to do it when I think about it. Sometimes I might, I might not. And remember, not anymore. Well, I am empowering you. I'm encouraging you to choose you. You heard my speech earlier. Choose you, right? Choose you. Hey, Miss Carrie Lee, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay, you guys, what else y'all want to talk about tonight? Somebody asked me a question, or a metaphysical question, or some kind of discussion, or what else can we talk about tonight? Those readings went pretty fast. I'm usually here for 4 hours. Hey, Thomas, welcome. Thank you for being here. Who's got a fun question for us to talk about tonight? About spiritual stuff, metaphysical stuff? What else can we talk about? I was going to look up here. Oh, gosh, it's so far we've gone in the chat. Who else asked me for a reading? Kay, was it you? I can't. This chat goes so fast. Jason, great question. Excuse me. Jason says, why do you think we're here? Do you think we have specific duties, like a pre-agreement? Duties, not so much, but we do have agreements. I like that word. So my version of this, some of you have heard me talk about this and tell the story before. And by the way, before I forget, y'all, please hit that like button, because it just says thank you, Darlene, for being here and talking to us and doing what she does. Thank you very much. Because I can see how many of you are here, and we need some more likes. So for me, as I've talked about this before, we have what I call it a council on the other side of the veil. And so when we come, we get ready rather to incarnate again back on this earth. We meet with our spirit team and all, advisors, soul tribe, in like a round table and a council. This is my visual of it. Excuse me. Hello, Zobian. Welcome. And Kat's here. Now, come on. Is it morning there already, Kat? Oh, I'm going to have 2 days off too, Kat, because we're getting a big snow. Well, we think. We don't really know. Snow and ice storm here, so we don't go anywhere in Alabama when that happens. So I'm at home. Well, I know. I never know. You never know with me when I'm going to pop up. So anyway, back to Jason's questions. So we know, for example, when we come to this council meeting, of the things that we maybe needed to work on from our last lifetime, the things we didn't quite get right, we didn't perfect, we didn't improve on, or our spirit, we didn't get the spiritual growth that we needed from that particular lifetime. Excuse me. Well, Chill, that's on the subject, Chill is saying, is this a simulation game, learning experience to prevent us for the next levels, to prepare us for the next? In a sense, it's twofold. This is the short answer to this. Twofold. It is a place where we come to grow spiritually through the lessons that we learn. That's how we learn, right? And it also is to expand the universe. The universe is expanding, infinitely expanding. Well, how do you think that happens? We're a piece of that. We are creators, and we come here, and by virtue of us experiencing what Abraham Hicks calls contrast, which is, that's a nice word for challenges and lessons and the things we have to go through that to help us grow. By virtue of that contrast, then we create, we turn and pivot and create new things, and we have new desires and new requests to the universe. That act is expanding the universe. So it's twofold. That's the short answer to that. We do come from stardust. In fact, part of that video I was mentioning earlier from Deepak was talking about that. He has a little bit different spin about, he takes it all the way back to, it was on abundance, again, this video. And he takes it all the way back to, of course, he's a medical doctor also, and he talks about the DNA and that physical aspect of our being and the stardust that we come from and all that stuff. And that was interesting and it's interesting that you said so. Oh my gosh, thank you, Kat. I just had to wear this color tonight. Isn't that something when it's just a color you have? It was just like maybe it's because my nails were kind of that color. I don't know, but it was calling to me tonight. So we did choose to come here, Chill. Yes, we do choose to come here. Oh, thank you, Kat. I actually did curl it for you guys tonight, which I don't usually bother, but I did. So Jason is saying, like our agreement or growth. Well, don't be sorry. That's why we're here to talk about these things too, Jason. I'm here to read tarot and also talk about these things. I love discussions like this. So yes, it is a bit of an agreement. So let me finish kind of what I was saying to you, and I got off track here. So this council meeting, as it were, part of those people there are soul tribe, people that we've incarnated with and had experiences with before, and maybe we didn't finish our lesson with them. Maybe we had some unfinished business or what you would call karma with those people. So we have this proverbial plate of things. And so I needed to finish some karma I had with Aunt Sue over there. And then, I didn't really get that lesson so good. I didn't do well on that challenge with so-and-so over here. And, so we have 3 or 4, let's say, things on our plate that we need to work on in the next lifetime. And so we choose our parents to set this up, set the stage for this. We choose our ethnicity, our sexual orientation, our race, our socioeconomic. We choose our geographic location. All of that is a setup because so many of our patterns begin in childhood, okay? And so based on that environment we brought up in childhood, that sets us down the road for the psychology, if you will, of the things that we need to heal or we need to work on, or puts us on the trajectory to run into Aunt Sue. Now, she might be Uncle Bobby at this point, but or whoever, but to interact with that same soul and finish that unfinished business, or, like I said, learn lessons that we need to learn because we didn't get it that last time. You're going to get it sooner or later. You're going to get it. It's just a matter of how many lifetimes it will take you, right? So that's a good question, Jason. You missed that a little earlier, but I'll talk about it again. Jason's saying, so how can we identify what we need to work on, so to speak? I seem obsessed with work and unfortunately material. Well, we have to have money to live and pay our bills and, have water and heat and so forth and keep the rain off our heads. But So you have to balance that. We are in a three-dimensional world. So you do have to balance living in a three-dimensional world with spiritual principles. But once you understand the spiritual principles, you understand that you can't separate them. And so, oh, hey, OG, thank you. Well, I like to think so. I am having a great night. Thank you so much. So the answer to that question, I'm reading a comment, 1 second. I'm not sure about that comment, Gramps. Gramps says a doctor is here to help. Here she is. I'm not a doctor of anything. No, I've just had a lot of life experience. So back to your question though. How we can identify what we need to work on is by looking at what's happening in your life. Very simple, really. Not easy to do, but simple. What things trigger you? What things do you feel less than? What in your relationships, the people that show up, and like I was just talking to Richard earlier about that. Thank you for the hearts, whoever sent those. Thank you. So it's a matter of paying attention and realizing that you're creating your world, whether you're consciously doing it or unconsciously doing it, doesn't matter. You're creating your life, your everyday life. It's all coming from inside of you, and then life is showing up as a mirror to show you what you're creating. So if you, for example, keep getting into relationships where people abandon you, or people treat you badly, or maybe you keep attracting some kind of addictive behavior or something, that's a behavior, that is a belief, that is a belief about the world that you have inside of you, and the mirror, all those people outside of you are showing you that. So what is your belief that would attract something like that? Well, it could be that your father abandoned you when you were a child, or maybe he just worked all the time, he was never there. Maybe your self-worth is tied to material things. I'm only valued in the world if I have a certain car, I live in a certain house, I have a relationship with this kind of person. You're placing your value on things outside of you, not inside of you. And the question is why? Why do you do that? Is that because that was the tape that ran in your home when you were growing up? Did your parents teach you that? You're only going to be successful in the world if you have this much money in the bank or this kind of car. Or it's usually, again, 99% of our patterns come from early childhood. And so something happened in your early childhood that drives you to achieve those things based on some belief you have about where worth comes from, for example. Like you mentioned material things, focusing on that. In and of itself, it's not bad. It's just that if you don't feel there's any other way to, rather if you, I'm tongue-tied, if you don't base your self-worth on that, in other words, because if all that is taken away from you, how do you feel? How do you feel about yourself if all that goes away tomorrow? Do you feel like you're a failure? Do you feel like nobody will love you or want to spend time with you or want anything to do with you? How do you feel? So that's really the question to ask you. If the car goes away, the house goes away, the relationship goes away, the job goes away, I can't pay my bills, I'm out on the street, how do you feel about yourself in that moment? That's the true test of I think, who you are as a person. Hey, Mule is here. Welcome, darling. Hey, good to see you. Okay, yeah, because I'm glad you're going to sleep. I know it's late. I know. But thank you for saying hello. It's good to see you virtually. So, Jason, does that help a little bit? And what else can I elaborate on for you on that? If that did help, that hit home. Good, that's my job here. Where's my bat? I actually do have a little, it's one of those mini, what do you call it? Is it pee-wee baseball, I guess they call it here? It's a short bat, and it's one of the things I keep around for, break-ins or self-defense or whatever, it's just, you never know when somebody's gonna when you're going to need to wield a bat, right? Anyway, thank you, Moonlight. I appreciate that. I actually managed to curl my hair for y'all today. Okay, Miss Carrie Lee, when talking about energy healing, have you heard of muscle testing? I do. I use muscle testing in my practice, yes. If so, what do you think of it? If it's not a lot to explain, so it seems too much to do here. No, it's not too much. Just curious. And I love that question. That's a great question. So muscle testing is basically, it's a way that we can use innate intelligence that is available to us, that lives, whether it's in our body or however you perceive it to live. It's everywhere. It's in every cell of your body. It's in every molecule of air that we breathe. It's everything. Okay, innate intelligence is not just between your ears. That has nothing to do with innate intelligence. And you can put whatever other name you're comfortable with on that. Whether you could call it God, you can call it spirit, but the intelligence that is greater than the human being here, however you want to label that. I call it to reach a broader number of people, innate intelligence, but I do believe in God, and it's a part of that. So whatever. Anyway, so it's a way for us to access innate intelligence, and it's a way without it getting influenced by the brain, and by that I mean sort of confirmation bias by the intellect and our experiences that we carry around with our memories. So the way that it works is you ask a question, and I can't really demonstrate here well on myself. But for example, what you would do is you would hold out your arm, and I would say, you want to get a yes or no answer. No, excuse me, that's not right. You want to get a strong or weak answer. So if you're asking a question, I said, is my name Darlene? And then I try to resist, pretend I'm doing it to somebody else. My arm being pushed to the floor, well, that's very strong. That tells me that's essentially a yes. If I did the same thing and I said, my name is Walter, my arm would, cave, it would be weak. So the way that it works is a lot like divining rods and pendulums. It works on the subcutaneous muscles that put out a signal. It makes the muscles so almost imperceivable, but there is a movement there. There is a message that comes through the subcutaneous muscles. I'm sorry, I was just looking at Moulay. I'm not sure what that comment. Are you commenting to somebody in the chat? Do I need to be aware? Oh, Miss Carrie Lee, I hope you're enjoying this conversation. Anyway, so that's how it's a kind of a condensed explanation. But again, you can use it for all kinds of things. You can use it for testing foods, medicines. I mean, I wouldn't say throw medicine, medical science out the window by any stretch. What's that? Oh, you're going to put on some music and try to stay? Don't stay up for us. You need to go to sleep. It's wee hours over there. Well, good. I'm glad you found that interesting, Miss Carrie Lee. It is to me. So, again, it's a way for us to connect with innate intelligence, or more precisely, it to communicate to us. Because, this noodle here wants to get in the way of all that. And again, we have all kind of bias in there, in our brains. It's a really cool tool. In fact, I was using it. I teach at meditation class, and I was showing my students how, and I can't give away my trade secrets, but I was showing my students using muscle testing how detrimental their cell phone is to their body, because it puts off electrical signal, right? And those EMFs are detrimental to the human body. And so I was doing muscle testing on them to show how that worked. And then how you can fix that. And, you know, that's true of all your appliances in your house. I do house healing for people. And it's amazing how many electronic signals we have that we're not aware of in our house. All the devices you have, your microwave, your refrigerator, even the ovens. Now, my oven even has, it's crazy. And the human body I think, will eventually adapt to all that, but it hasn't yet. I think it will evolve to adapting to that. And so it's detrimental, and it's good when you can change that to be something other. So what did you say? Let me read your comment here. Oh. Well, yeah, it's a great tool. I hope you do look into it more. It really is a great tool. It's mostly here in the States, you would see it with alternative practitioners, or like chiropractors use it here. Some chiropractors use it here in the States. I'm not sure where you are. It's not particularly widely known. Well, it probably is in parts of the United States. I'm here in the South where we get everything last here. You know, people aren't as open-minded. Minnesota. Oh, yes. My best friend lives up there. She lives in Prairie, I know that Prairie Eden, Minnesota. She showed me her thermostat last week. God, I don't know how y'all do it. I can't. We're about to get that down here tonight. It's supposed to be freezing rain, sleet, and all that here. Yeah, yes, Eden Prairie. Mm-hmm. She moved there about a year ago now, I guess it's been. Oh, that's cool. 2 hours from you. Yep. She moved from Oregon to there, and I think she likes it there. She's in a beautiful area around a lake, and they've got trails, and, you know, it's just a lot of nature there. So anyway, I'm rambling. Well, that was a great question. What else? What other questions do you guys have for me tonight? I like those questions. I don't even know what's happening in LA. I don't know. I don't think I want to know LA. You know more about that than I do. But Kat's in Austria. She's not in Korea. I'm not sure what you're asking her about. Oh, yes, the wildfires. Sorry, I do know about that. Yeah, I've got a couple of friends out there that, you know, Facebook lets you mark yourself safe, and they did, so thankfully. Everywhere. Well, I think this is going to be, oh, I got you, Kat. Sorry, I forget. So I talk to so many people. Yeah, now that you say that, I do know. Jason's asking a good question. Do you think karma is real? If we could live in our highest purpose, what would you think that would be? Oh gosh, really? Is it that bad? I know. Hey, Kevin, welcome. Oh, Malay, I didn't know it was quite that bad. I know that I saw a picture of smoke and all that, but so karma is, yes, I do. I do think karma's real. I like to think of it more broadly in terms of consequence. Can we say it that way instead of, karma has this real negative connotation because we've always thought of it that way. And I think of it more as consequence. For example, if you're a student and you study for a test, your consequence is you're probably going to make a good grade. If you don't study for the test, your consequence is probably not going to be a good grade. Well, the same thing is the way we treat people. If we treat people with kindness and dignity and, you know, how we want to be treated, there's probably going to be some good come back to us from that. Not necessarily from that person, but from somebody else who does something nice 2 days, 2 years from now for us. So it all, what goes around comes around is the saying. And that's how I like to think of karma. I think of it more as a consequence. So it is real. Now, that being said, the more we evolve spiritually, we will do better things. We will make better choices. We will raise our vibrations. We will know better. We will do better. And so eventually, karma will not be a thing because we're going to be creating good consequences. At least that's my belief. And part of that also that I think has changed in recent history, particularly probably the last 100 years, is karma used to, you know that saying, the sins of your father are visited on the, I forget how that goes, sins of your father or something. It has to do with whatever your father sins or what they did wrong was not felt maybe until the children, and it was passed on. Well, karma is now, because things on the planet have sped up, karma is almost instant now, isn't it, in many ways? Again, consequence. So that's how I like to think of it. Good question. You reap what you sow, indeed you do. Miss Carrie Lee is saying you can choose whatever to do in your life, but you can't choose the consequences to, but you can't choose the consequences to your actions. Well, you can do the best that you can do and hope that your consequences, because you've made good choices, are also good consequences, right? So hopefully that's making sense, or how I hope you like that perspective. That's how I like to look at it. What else can we talk about tonight, guys? I love these questions. Causation, even better word. Oh, I like that. Can I borrow that? I like that word, Jason. Causation. Yes, causation and consequence. I like that a lot. Indeed. And again, I think as we evolve as a species, that will eventually evolve out of our system, can we, or however you choose to look at that. Indeed, we are all connected. Yes, we certainly are. We are connected in the quantum field. We are connected on the other side of the veil. We are indeed connected. And I won't embarrass myself by talking about quantum physics, because I would not do it justice. But it is, they can prove now, and I was trying to think who I was watching the other day. I can't remember who it was, but anyway, they were showing it in a visual demonstration. It was like a piece of artwork, how that works, but I can't do it justice. But yes, we are. Absolutely, because on the other side of the veil, not in this 3D, but on the other side, when we leave this physical body behind, we re-emerge back into that field, or that, that's a more scientific word for it, the field, the quantum field. And, the question earlier about, are we in a simulation? I don't know. It is a way to look at it. And I have to say that I was probably one of the first people, at least in my circle of people, when the Matrix movie came out, I said to them, that is the most spiritual movie I've ever seen. And they didn't understand it. Well, later they got it. But, because it is a representation, certainly, of how all this works. So in a sense, we are, but it's not literal, I don't think, like the Matrix. And yes, we can. So you're saying, can we come back? Yes, we can, and we do, until we reach a point where we have perhaps evolved past the lessons that we can learn here on Earth. And it's time to go learn new lessons in a different kind of universe, or different kind of experience. In other words, we as humans tend to think that what we experience here is what it's like in all of the universes, in all of, planets and everywhere in this existence. And that's not true. Life is very different in other places. We don't need bodies in some of these places, for starters. So I think we evolve to a certain point, and then we move on to somewhere where we can continue to learn and grow. There's always that never ends, and evolving, but we just do it in a different place, in a different, like I said, maybe we don't need our bodies anymore. Jason is saying, oh, but Millie said, you watched that movie like 50 times. One of my favorites. Mine too. Yes, absolutely. And I heard an interesting, I think that was the first movie where I wish I could remember the term now. Maybe somebody in the chat knows it. They used the multiple camera angle, especially for the fight scenes. I can't remember, but that was the first movie where that technology was introduced, and it was so cool. Anyway, so Jason's saying we're learning, right? We can learn from our actions to make better ones going forward. Yes. In this life and the next. That gives me even more hope because it means I can make better decisions now. Absolutely. Don't worry about what happened yesterday. You cannot change it. Start right here, right now. Right now is how you affect your future. Yes, I agree, Millie. He's asking about, I can't get comfortable on my stool tonight, forgive me. He says, how about animals like dogs? I feel they always want to say something. Well, they do. And for some of us, we hear them and we can communicate with them. And they can have souls or have souls just like humans do. So when they cross over, I was just watching a friend of mine sent me a video today about Matt Frazier, who's a famous psychic medium. He's just fabulous, and he's so funny, and he's just hysterical. Anyway, and he was talking about, today was doing a reading for somebody, and their dog came through, and so yes, they now I don't know that they necessarily have the same purpose of evolution like we have, like spiritual growth. I can't say that about them. I don't know what their purpose is in terms of that in our ecosystem, but they do communicate with us even after they've crossed over, and I think, if I had to guess, I would say that animals are here to show us unconditional love. Pets especially, they're here to show us unconditional love. And also, even if you look at wild animals, you could say there's just so much in nature that is at our disposal that we ignore every day. They don't get stressed out about, they just take one moment at a time. They don't get stressed out about, where am I going to sleep tonight, or what am I going to eat tonight? I mean, they know they have to hunt and provide food, but they don't grow old and get wrinkles worrying about that stuff, right? Okay, I'm going to do what I have to do in this moment, and that is how I will do. And then the next moment, okay, now I need to go find something to eat, or I need to find a place to sleep, or they live very much in the moment, which is something I think we could learn from them. But I got a little off track there. But you're saying, let me see. Yeah, such a good movie about Keanu. Yes, I mean, I loved him in the one with Sandra Bullock. What about the bus? What was that one called? I can't remember the name of that. I liked him in that one too. But the Matrix was clearly his. I can't say it was his breakout, but it was just, the whole movie to me was great. So Mula is saying, I feel some humans have no soul. They are just like, in games, which means like decoration. Yes, Jason, I do believe that. Yes, they're just so good at teaching us unconditional love and teaching us forgiveness and teaching us how to live in the moment, that animals are. Hey, Perry, welcome. Thank you for being here. It is a good night. So, wait, what was your question? Let me go back. I got off track here. Oh, Millie was saying, I feel like humans have no soul. Well, it's not true. They're just not probably as evolved, because it's a ladder, okay? It's a ladder. And the ladder is, you start down here at the bottom. You're not evolved. You're not aware. You have not learned your lessons. You've not learned and grown and understand about consequences. Excuse me, sorry. Shamir, I've been wondering where you are. How was the ball game? So I think it's just a matter of different points of evolution. We were once where those people are, and that's what I think is easy to lose sight of. We were once idiots or selfish, whatever adjective you want to put to that, but we've evolved past that. We are now more conscious about our behaviors and more conscious about doing good in the world or living from a different, higher place than a lot of people are. They just haven't evolved and they don't have that awareness that we have yet. Doesn't mean they won't get there. Doesn't mean that we weren't where they are. So I hope that helps you have a little more compassion for those people. They're just not there yet. It's just like we can all be going to California and we all start at different times, or even if we start at the same time, let's say we do start at the same time. We're all leaving from Alabama to California, right? Well, this person goes by way of Minnesota, and this person goes by way of Texas, and this person camps out along the way, and that person stays in nice hotels, and this person takes a plane. You know, it's like that. We're all on the journey, but the journeys look different for each of us, and that's why some of us get there faster than others. Or maybe not. Maybe I've just had more lifetimes and I've been here. And boy, I know I've been here many, many times. So that's my explanation for that. Yeah, dogs, yes, they live very much in the moment, absolutely. And Miss Carrie Lee, that's a good point. That's a valid point too, that they've probably just been through trauma that turned them cold. Right, because, you know, it's not quite the same as karma, but we were talking about decisions and consequences. So depending on what happens to us in life, we have no control over that. Well, we do, but let's just for a moment say we don't. But the only thing that we genuinely have control over in life is how we react to what happens to us. Well, some people make different choices about that. Like, to your point, some people go cold and they hate people and they hate the world and they hate their lives, right? And then some people say, okay, maybe that person was having a bad day. I'm just going to go about my business. And some people might even go as far as to go home and pray for that person and ask for that blessing for that person. So where are you on that spectrum? But yes, we can make that choice to go cold, for sure, for sure. Kat says, the boss is in the house. Shamia is here. Hey, KK, welcome. So glad you're here. Oh, I'm sorry they lost, Shamir. I thought about you, wondered, because I didn't know who you were rooting for. I had no idea, but... Oh, well, it's always fun to go, though, isn't it? It's a good experience to get out there and smell the cold air and watch them, you know, do the football thing. Jason's off to bed. Well, Jason, sleep well. Oh, thank you for your subscription. I'm so grateful. Thank you. And come back, because I love those good questions. Those are awesome. Wow, that's Jason saying, I'm off to bed. I've subscribed and thanks for answering my questions. I feel a calling to spirituality. Here is my first few steps. And I got to be a little piece of that. Oh, Jason, I'm honored. I'm honored, and I look forward to talking with you again. Great questions. I really enjoy these conversations. So thank you for asking great questions. And it's not just about you. Other people hear that, and you know they may have asked a similar question, so it helps a lot of people. Thank you. Shamir, that's very kind. Yes, she very kindly offered to do that. I don't really think she knew what she was getting in for, but I'm very grateful. Oh, Moonlight, that's very sweet of you. Thank you. Well, think of it this way. Cat, Thank you. I'll curl it more often for you, honey. Okay, if you like. Thank you. That's so sweet. You know, Moonlight, I think for me that I think I've said this, I don't know, last week or so, whatever. There's no better way to learn than to teach. And so when I come on here and I talk about this with other people and do all the things that I do here, and I do the tarot readings, and you know, a lot of it is I've done the same question 100 times for people, and of course everybody's situation is different. My point is, it teaches me patience, and it teaches me too. I mean, I'm here to learn as well. I'm not ever going to stop, I hope, learning. So that's very kind of you to say that, but it's a two-way street. It really is. Oh, Shamir, thank you. That's so kind, you guys. Moonlight, yeah, Moonlight's working to get me to Morocco. Oh, goodness. How long are you going to be there? I know you said you're leaving, I think, the 19th. When do you come back? Kat, thank you. Rick is here. Welcome, Rick. Well, I try, but Shamir, I don't mean to disappoint you, but really my favorite attire is sweatshirts. I mean, or t-shirt, jeans, and sneakers. That's really where I belong. I'm a tomboy at heart. My mother wasn't a feminine, and she didn't really know how to teach me to be feminine, do those curling your hair and lipstick and all that. So I've had to learn myself, but I try. I do. My ex-husband used to say, well, you scrub up all right. First day of February. Okay, so you're gone about 2 weeks approximately. Okay. I know you're looking forward to seeing your son. I can only imagine. Yeah, he's in Brooklyn. He says he lives in a box under the Brooklyn Bridge. But he's secretly wealthy and hands out money to tarot readers. Hey, Sheldon, welcome. So, Lucas, I'm not sure I'm not sure about your question there. Is that a general question? How can you grow the gift you found? Well, you need to rewind the video where I've talked about law of attraction and manifesting things and how you can do that. Get busy getting happy is the biggest way. Get busy getting happy and fill your cup. Take care of love for yourself. Love yourself. Fill your cup full of self-love. And then the universe starts loving you by sending you all kinds of abundance and things. That's a very simplistic view, but really it's true. It's as simple as that. Sheldon, thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate your subscription. Oh, yes, Lucas. Well, we all do, don't we? We all do. We're just not all conscious of how we move energy. Amen. Well, be careful. Be careful. You know, it's like pointing a cannon, isn't it? So just, it's a big responsibility. I'm sorry for you who didn't read the comment. Lucas says, I figured out how to move energy. Yes. I do a little of that in my teaching as well. Now, I'm not saying I can bend spoons. I don't do that yet. Maybe I will one day. But there is a responsibility that goes with it, is all I'm saying, Lucas. And so I know you'll take that seriously, right? Well, it would. Kat, I love you for that. Thank you. Thank you, Kat. My biggest cheerleader. Lucas is saying other people's energy bleeds through sometimes. Yes, it will until you get stronger. I recommend meditation because what happens when you start to open up, boy, we're touching on some really interesting subjects tonight. I'm loving this. when you start to open up, meaning when you start becoming sensitive to whether it's emotions or, like an empath would, feelings, all the different layers, sensing things, all the ways that you could perceive things through your senses. How can I say this? Oftentimes, the ability to sense when you start feeling those things precedes a foundation. I'm not saying it how I want to say it. Let's see if I can restate that. It's like, yeah, I know I can do better. Give me a second. Let me use myself as an example. When I started meditating eons ago, and I was working with a spiritual teacher then who was very much into teaching us how to use energy and how to learn about subtle energies and all those kinds of things. So what started to happen is I was meditating and I began to open up. My sensitivities began to increase. But it became overwhelming because I had not yet built the solid foundation to be able to control it. And so what came with time through my meditation practice was that ability to control it more. I hope this is making sense. But so I really feel like that's important for people, because most people, I'm not saying this is necessarily you, but so many people are enamored, if not seduced, by the ability to feel things and sense things and, oh, that's all that woo-woo stuff. Look at me, I can do this. And you're not understanding how vulnerable it can make you if you don't have a good solid foundation for that. And also how you can be seduced by it and lose your own identity in the process. So just a word of caution. That's why I said what I did. Just be sure you have a good solid foundation, and I highly recommend meditation. A lot of people don't know that meditation is one of the best practices you can do for increasing and cultivating your intuition. So highly recommend that. Good comment, and I wish you good positive experiences and lots of learning with that. That's an awesome skill. Now I'm interested in what I have not read that book, Mule. Although if it's, I'm trying to remember, it's Enoch, isn't it? Ian, it's one of the books of the Bible that was left out of the Bible. Is that what you're referring to? I have not read it, and I don't know is the answer to that question. See, I told you all those things I don't know. Mule, you're funny. I think Mule is probably Chinese, but he speaks 8 languages, so I honestly don't know. To answer your question, Shamir, I don't know. He's a bit of a mystery, and I think he likes it that way. Yep, sometimes he is an angel, and sometimes, aren't we all? Sometimes we're angels, and sometimes we're demons. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I don't think I've had any super chats. Did I miss any? But I'm here, guys. I am here. If you want a personal reading, I don't see any, unless I've missed them. Ooh, that's a long chat. I love that. But that's okay. I'm not just here for that. I'm here to share knowledge and answer questions when I can. I love that too. I really do enjoy the conversation. So who else has another question tonight about such things? That's okay. What was I talking to with my friend about earlier today? Oh, it was interesting. They were talking about one of my friends, her daughter died when she was 6, I believe. And so she's a friend and a student. And then I have another lady who was lost a good friend of hers a few years back. And so they were discussing these people and how we were talking about orbs, and we got into the discussion about deceased loved ones. Kat, you can't keep doing that. You're here to moderate, not that, sweetheart. Thank you. I love you. I love you. Kat, you're so sweet. And yes, I will do that for you. I will. But let's get that party started. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, yes, ma'am. I get to work now. But we were talking about how they associate, look, for example, her daughter, she associates this scent of vanilla. So when her daughter is near, when she smells vanilla, she feels like that's her daughter is near. And the other one, like I associate, this is totally random. I don't know why I'm even talking about this. Y'all didn't ask this question. It's just something that popped in my head from earlier today. Like for me, pipe tobacco is my brother's scent that I associate with him. So it's interesting. We're just talking about sensing things and how there's so many different clairs that you can perceive information with. Shamir, he said he's in Brooklyn. Okay. Let me read. I may have to get my glass. Fine print on there, Kat. Let me get my update on my situation. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to pretend like I don't. I like to just not know that and just read cold. It's I think, better for both of us. What deck, please, for Kat? Okay. Let's ask. Let's ask. Kat, you're very generous, and I do appreciate you so very much. I am so grateful that you're here doing this moderation when you can. It hasn't been too bad tonight. I've only had to put 2 or 3 people in timeout. And by the way, for those of you who tuned in later, I've been thinking about, because, some nights, and I swear I think Friday night's the worst. Saturdays are bad, but Friday nights, I think, where we get the spammers and the trolls and all that coming in, I think they may be targeting Friday night. So I might try to do, I'm thinking about this. Let me know what you think in the chat. Maybe doing a live for just subscribers, because when I go live here, like this one, it's open to anybody. So anybody scrolling can come in. But if I go live and select just subscribers, then that won't be happening. Now, I don't want to do that every time, because I'm trying to get new subscribers, and it is a way that I can do that. But maybe have one a week for my subscribers. And so let me know what y'all think about that. I don't know. Maybe he went to sleep. Maybe Shamir went to sleep. I don't know. Oh, look at you, Moonlight, giving out the counsel. I like it. I like it. Oh, that's so cool, Rick. I love that. Rick is saying, I live in my dad and stepmom's home. Both have passed away, but still at times I smell my dad's cologne. That's right, and that's how you know that's who it is. For me, my dad would be cigarette smoke, because he was a smoker. But, different smells for different people. I love that. That's awesome. Are you saying, why do you smell that? Because the other side knows that you will associate that fragrance or that smell with them, and they're trying to say, hey, look, I'm here, I'm watching you, I haven't gone. I'm just not in my physical body anymore, but I'm still here. And I want you to know that. I'm just checking in. I just came to say hello. That's why they do that. Okay, Kat, I'm reading your question again. Excuse me. No, I cannot see. I can only see who when you type something in the chat. Otherwise, I can't see who's here. Oh, Satvia, yes, we were talking about particular scents that we scent, as in smells that we associate with people who have crossed over. That's what we were talking about. Oh, yes, Kat, thank you. I love that you thought of saying that. Thank you for the likes, yes. No, I can't see who's like online. I can only see when you comment in the chat. That's the only way. I can see a number. I'm sorry, Kat. I can see a number of people that are here currently, but I don't see handles or names or any of that at all, unless you post a comment. So you can watch anonymously, and I wouldn't know. Thank you, Moulay. Yes, please go get some sleep. And again, I appreciate you being here. And I will see you next time, hopefully. Thank you so much. Well, if it is, I don't know, Kat. Perhaps there's some software out there, but I'm not using it. If there is, I haven't heard of that. I'm going to try to go live tomorrow night and also Saturday during the day, possibly even Sunday if I can. It's just, here's the thing, we're expecting a wintry storm here, snow and ice. So if I run out of power, I can't charge my phone. I can't do these. So just kind of depends on that situation. If the weather is good and I have power, I'm planning to be here. So we're not prepared for that kind of weather down here in the south. So oftentimes the power lines go out, everything, goes dark. It's not fun. Hello, Swati. Welcome. Thank you for being here. All right, Kat, I want to know back up here to your I want to put your question there. Okay. So we're asking about Kat and Glory, Mr. Aquarium. Tell me what the situation is. I want to know what, I'm trying to think of how to word this, Kat. I'm just going to ask, why is he silent? Let's ask that. Why is he so silent? No action. Why is he so silent? Yes, exactly. Yes, you are. Spirit does know, believe me. Oof, what they know. They know everything. Show me, please, what is Kat's person? Why is Kat's person quiet? Afraid? Afraid. And because things are coming to the light. What's coming to the light? That he has feelings for you, but let me keep going here. Glory is suffering or forgot you. Well, we'll see. Hold on. Let's get you some cards. Catalina and Glory, yes. Please show me, why is Glory silent? Well, he knows you're expecting an apology. Could be saying going to apologize. Let me see what else. Oh, you're welcome, Rook. It's my pleasure. Thank you. That's a great, I'm glad you commented on it instead of just wondering. Yeah, that's why we're here, why I'm here. I don't know everything, but I know a little bit because I've been here a long time. Well, you might hear from him, but you know, wait, just wait before I speak. I've got a very strong card of communication here. I will say that. He may very well come in with an apology and communicate. Now, this card is long-term. This is about planting seeds. This is about where are you investing, right? It's not my card really of, I've been working so I haven't called you. It's not really meaning that. So let me get a few more out, though. Saying he apologized already. Okay. But he doesn't text us. He said he will, and he said will do sometimes because he's in a bad moment, place, or situation. But since January 2nd, nothing. Ooh, yeah, that's a long time. Okay. Oh, thank you, Kat, for that compliment. I try. Ooh. Ooh. Catalina, what? What is this? All right, give me a second. Well, I don't know what he's going through, but here, let me just tell you that the cards as they've come out here, Kat. Okay, I talked about this card where this is, you're questioning what you're investing in, you're planting seeds, looking at the long-term future of what you're investing in. And now he's gone quiet. This is the Hermit card. This is pulling back, looking for inspiration from the divine. Yeah, that would be, and it's right in the middle of this right dead center of your reading here. The Hermit. That's, yeah, he's hermiting. Now, this is a very interesting combination of cards. He's hermiting, thinking about what makes him happy. What makes him happy? And then we have the Tower, followed by the Three of Swords, which is, this is upheaval, a foundation being rocked, something, you know, I always jokingly say it's like the universe throwing a hand grenade in because things haven't been built on a solid foundation and they need to be torn down so that they can be rebuilt. And this is heartache, and it's in the upright, Kat. This is heartache. And then we have the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor in reverse is somebody who's my way or the highway, essentially. It's enforcing your will on others. Somebody who is, you know, he's an authority figure, but it's controlling. Let me put it, that's the word. This is somebody who's being overly controlling. The Emperor is his card, are you saying? Or the Hermit? That definitely is where he is right now. So he's not, this is again, no communication. He's thinking, I don't, excuse me. Oh, there's a sister in the mix. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, well, this means he's going through something. This is a significant, this is not like a day-to-day kind of something happening. This is a big deal when a tower falls. This is something big happening that's causing heartache. Right after, so you got the happiest card in the tarot, the Sun, and then the Tower falls. And then heartache, and this is, ooh, I don't know. Now, this card to me can be sometimes procrastination. It can be also a lack of confidence, a lack of, like, he's the explorer page. And in the reverse, it's saying, I don't really want to go and explore. I have no curiosity about what's out there. I'm just going to sit here and try to be patient and try to find some balance in my life. I'm having to stand my ground about something. I'm having to stand my ground about what I love and who I love. Cat. Maybe he's having to do this with his family right now. That's why you hadn't heard from him. But you know, this is the King of Cups. This is saying there's love here. Look at this. Okay, it seems conflicting. You've got the King of Cups in the upright, the Nine of Cups in reverse, followed by the Lovers in the upright, and, wait for it, the Queen of Cups. You're going to hear from him in the Knight of Swords. You're going to hear from him. I think maybe this could be maybe his. Now, I don't have that quintessential card of the family, but the universe is balancing something here with him. This is also a major arcana card of balancing, harmonizing something in the home. And I feel like he's this can mean standing your ground, but it can also mean I'm fighting off, he's fighting all these other ones off. I'm being defensive. I'm being defensive about what? About, you know, this love. And right now, I'm not happy because I feel like what I want to say, I'm channeling what I want to say is I'm being told what my Nine of Cups is, what I should love and what I shouldn't. That's the energy that's coming through with that card for me. But I know what I love and who I love. You've got the divine couple here, a King and Queen of Cups. That's a divine pair. Yeesh. And then at the bottom of the deck is communication, but oftentimes this Nine of Swords is disappointing communication. Yeah, because of some kind of a truth that's come out. And he's having anxiety about this. Okay. Eesh. Well, if I'm guessing correctly, Kat, he'll probably tell you I just can't believe I don't have the family card here, because this feels like some kind of it feels like outside interference of people. Something has happened here that pulled the rug out from under him, okay? You know what that means, right? Swati, the free readings tonight have already been spoken for. I have no more slots for the free readings. And I see that you're posting your question again, so I just wanted to address that. Yeah. Let me put these back, and I want to ask, you know, we can ask. I don't know that Tarot will tell me, because, you know, he has free will. And you know what I always tell you? What do I always tell you? You know it's coming, don't you? About manifesting. That's your part. That's your 50% of this equation that you can get busy with, right? We always talk about that because it's just part of what I do here. Oh no, Swati, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what currency you're trying to do. I don't know what YouTube will allow and what they want. I've not, YouTube does not consult me on these things. I don't know. I'm thinking not, but let me ask. Let's ask that question. Should Kat text him? No, let me ask that differently. What happens if Kat texts? I can't talk. Him. Well, all right. Okay. You're not going to believe that when I cut the deck. Okay. I'm going to wait to speak on that. Wait one second here. I don't think you should text him, but let me see what the cards say. Oh, thank you for helping her with that, Kat. It could just be she doesn't have the right I don't know what currency. I don't know how that works with YouTube. I wanted to come out. Well, I asked... Oh, well, I like that. It's a positive... You sent him a positive message and said, stay strong. And he didn't reply. Because I think this is how he's feeling. That card came out again. Again. This is the card of anxiety, sleepless nights, worrying. Excuse me. I'm afraid I'm going to start coughing just a second, y'all. Excuse me. Well, Kat, hang on. I'm just trying to get all the energies. A little bit different energy off this Empress card, and I'm just trying to tune into it. Because I asked the question in my mind about, oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, Swati, thank you so much. I got you. I got you. Perfect. Yay. Yay. And don't type your question again. Wait till I ask you for it, because it might get lost in the chat. I don't feel like Tarot is answering the question I asked. I asked in my mind, Kat, about what would... You heard me. I asked it out loud. If you texted him. But I'm getting the Empress, and the only thing I tell you that what I'm getting is somebody's lost their confidence here. And it's like he's being beaten down, sort of, by the whole situation, is what I'm feeling about that. So I wanted to get another card or two. It's like because of the way these... Okay, let me show you these cards here. He's just telling the same story. The same cards are coming out. My gosh, look at this. Yeah. I'm having all this anxiety and sleepless nights, worrying about this situation, worrying about where my passions lie, and how I can have this passionate beginning with the person that I'm crazy about, that I love, how I can have this happily ever after. The thing I want to put work into, right? But it's not harmony. It's not balance. There's no harmony in the home over this. And so we're back to that. I feel like I have to control what I want, what makes me happy, and then we're back to the Hermit card. The cards are just repeating now. And so that's why I'm pulling back. I think he's just trying to... I think he's dealing with something where he is what I'm feeling. I don't think this is all you. I think it's something in his environment that's triggered this. I don't really think it's all you. It doesn't feel to me like he's this way because of you. It feels like something more in his environment, Kat, if that makes sense. And Priyanka, I just saw yours too. Thank you so much for the super chat. I will get you next also. Well, Kat, I hope that helps. I don't know that it's not really new news other than it feels like something in his environment. Again, the environment can be family, even if they're in another on another continent. It can be that, but something in his environment, either emotional environment or physical environment, you know, that's what it feels to me like. Something's going on there. Ooh, that almost went down wrong. Okay, now let me go back up to Swati. Could you type your question for me again, please, now? And only one question, please. Type your question, one question, please. Excuse me. I know, yeah, I forgot we talked about that. I need hot tea with honey. And I meant to do it actually before I came on here, but I didn't, forgot. You said his birthday is when? February 1st? Are you kidding? That was my brother's birthday. That's so funny. That's okay. Yeah. Oh, January 20th. Oh, sorry, got it backwards. Yeah, we here in the States tend to put the month first. The rest of the world doesn't do that so much. Well, Happy New Year, Dave, and welcome from New Zealand. Dave is here from New Zealand. Swati wants to know if I'll ever get married. Well, Swati, you need to rewind and talk and play back this video when we get done here. I talk a lot here about law of attraction and law of manifestation. So, you know, if you're focused on what you don't have, you cannot get what you want. That's the bottom line. So I want you to educate yourself when we get off here tonight. Educate yourself about the law of attraction, the law of manifestation, because you can choose to go through life as a victim or a creator. There's nothing in between, victim or creator. You are creating. It's just a question of what you're creating. So if you're down here on the bus of, I can't attract anybody, I haven't gotten anybody in my life, I'll never find love, just know that you're creating more of that every time you think that. Every time you have that thought, you're creating more of that. So first thing you need to do is start thinking positively. Excuse me. Don't post your question again. I have it. Don't post it again, please. I know, I don't know why people from India think, maybe that's how y'all do it over there, but here, once is enough. I got you. Anyway, so it's important that you take responsibility for the part in your reality that you are creating. You are creating your reality. The question is, what are you creating? And as I said, rewind the video and play back, because I've already talked about this to 2 or 3 other people tonight. I always do. You could meet somebody tomorrow if you change your point of attraction. Point of attraction. Go again, do some research about that online. Abraham Hicks is somebody I recommend. It's not about, I'm not going to give you a date. I'm not that reader that's going to say, oh, in January, you're going to meet somebody that's going to work on a good relationship with you, and it's going to be healthy. And it's somebody that just came out of a relationship that they felt abandoned. This is actually you right here. I'm not that reader, so I will pull cards for you. I just don't want you to miss the big message here, which is that you have a part in what comes to you by virtue of what you are putting out into the universe. So, okay, well then, Swati, you have probably got back there in your program. Again, I just had this conversation with someone, so please go back and rewind the video and listen to those conversations I had with those people. We get programming very early in life where, and we make decisions about the world and how the world may look for us. So you have somewhere in your past, childhood, probably your early childhood, been abandoned in some way. And when that happens, we tend to subconsciously, not consciously, but subconsciously, you are putting that out to the universe. I am not worthy of someone sticking around for me. I am not worthy of being loved. I'm not worthy of attracting a quality person. Or if I love a person, they abandon me. That's what love looks like to me, is I attract them, no problem, but then they run for the hills. So there's something in your vibration, something within you, in your subconscious thoughts that are putting that out there, and you're creating. In other words, you are attracting those kind of men. You're attracting the men who will here today and gone tomorrow kind of men. So you've got to figure out what that wound is, what that subconscious belief is within you, and then change that so that you can attract a different kind of man. So that's the short version. Now we'll see what is coming for you in love potentially, though. But which deck? Which deck for Swati? Excuse me. No, this one. Okay, we'll stick with this one then. Oh, Paula, welcome, a fellow Scorpio. Show me Swati's future potential. And by the way, what I also like to tell people is any tarot reader, any reader, we are just simply tuning into potentials for you, but you're the one who has free will. You are the one who guides that magnet to bring that back here into the 3D world. One question, Swati. One question, and I think you posted 3. So I'm going to stick with the original one, and I'm going to ask about your, what potential is coming toward you here with Srivats is his name? See, that could be a whole other situation. Well, I know, I don't make this stuff up. She's saying her dad abandoned her. Yes, and that's why you're having this issue. You've got to heal the wound that started in childhood, where you feel, and this is what children do. I'm not saying you believe this as an adult. Of course you wouldn't. But we as children, when we have an experience where a parent abandons us, it is an imprint. And we believe, our belief about the world is, well, if I was smarter, if I was more lovable, that person wouldn't have left. Or, well, okay, so this is somebody important in my life that I love, and they don't stick around. That's what love looks like. So that's a wound within you that you have to heal. I don't care what these cards say. That's the message you need to hear tonight. If you want to change the situation, you got to get busy getting happy and get busy doing shadow work on that issue that you've got around abandonment in your father. Hey, Charlie, welcome. So I will see I'll ask Srivats. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So Srivats canceled the marriage, and you want to know what's going on with Srivats. Why did he cancel the marriage? What's going on? That's way a lot of cards, but okay. Well, there's a couple of ways I could read this. He wanted to have a new situation. This is the Fool. It's the first card in the tarot. It means a new beginning. A new beginning. He's leaping off that cliff. Now, I could read this to say, you know, this is also a bit reckless. If you look at him, the Fool is taking a leap here. He's stepping off that cliff and he's not even looking down. So this could be saying, I wanted to, I'm taking a leap, or, excuse me. I'm so sorry. This happens when I talk a lot. I am confused. Or it could be saying I'm getting clarity about, I know there's two conflicting messages. Bear with me here. Because there is this, he feels like this was a burden in some way, and I don't know. I think it had to do with money, because we've got the Wheel of Fortune here. This is about just that, good fortune, a lot of fortune. And it says he needs to move on to calmer water. So there's something here that he thought was probably what he thought was it was going to be some kind of a financial burden for him. Does that make sense? And that it wasn't going to be an equally balanced relationship. Because very possibly he didn't think there would be stability there, or possibly that either him or you could be nurturing and giving in the relationship. That could have been him. I'm not sure, but... Boy, do I love that handle, J.J. Rider-Waite. You even spelled it right. I love it. Clearly, we like Rider-Waite here, too. Oh, that's cool. I think this, you know, I have to say, you may have dodged a bullet here, Swati, because this person might have been a little too much up into their ego and pride. This is mind games. This is somebody playing mind games with you. They might have been juggling you. They might have, you know... Yeah, that's why he walked away. He was probably juggling you with, maybe he had a better offer. I don't know. Anything else you want to tell me about this person for Swati? But there's something about that the relationship with you that he felt was a burden, and he needed to put it down. And I'm not saying that to be cruel. Yeah, he was overthinking up in his head. This is the self-imposed mental prison about coming forward with the offer for you. And it had to do with something he was going to have to transform or change. Was he potentially already married? Or had to do with a commitment of some kind. Now, this could be saying this is how he felt about you, or could be saying, we ask why. So, hey, Charlie, I am very well, thank you. This is the card of transformation. Endings, creating new beginnings, but it means transformation. Excuse me, transformation around something. Now, this could be spiritual beliefs. This could be spiritual guidance. This could be, you know, it was once called the Guru card or the Pope card. But it can also represent a marriage, something that was toxic. So this can also be addictions. Is somebody in this relationship have an addiction that you're dealing with? Or it can just mean something that was restricting them, holding them back, keeping him from being the best version of himself that he could be. And, you know, he had to make a choice. He was at a crossroads with this. And he said, I just can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. This is the Wounded Warrior in reverse. So I'm going to put an end to it. So the bottom line is he was very conflicted. I think he was conflicted over commitment. It could be saying, I'm not sure that I'm ready to commit. And I think it had to do with money too. Well, that's my answer to that question. Okay. Definitely money. Yeah, it feels like that to me too. I agree, JJ. I can tell you're a reader too. Awesome. Feel free to weigh in here. Yeah, it has that all over it. I mean, you know, we didn't get the Ten of Pentacles or any of that, but it just feels that the Nine of Pentacles, a Knight rather, of Pentacles fell right underneath the World card. I mean, these two cards, you saw the cards if you read tarot, you know. That's what it feels like to me too. And I'm guessing this is just leap, Swati, but if this was an arranged marriage, or because I know a lot of you people I say you people, I think you're from India, judging by the names, just a guess, that you know, again, could have been a family money situation if it was an arranged marriage. But that's what it feels like to me. That's what I have for you. I'm not, no, I don't, actually I think it was the opposite, Kat. Kat saying money, so he wanted to marry for money. Well, kind of depends on the culture. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It could be the other way around. He was afraid that he would lose his money by, maybe, it depends on which family had more money. There's two ways to look at that, I guess. Yeah, JJ, the Pentacles did play a big part. I agree. I agree. Well, that's my feeling. That's what I have for you tonight, Swati. I appreciate your patience and working through that super chat thing. I know YouTube is frustrating sometimes, but thank you very much. Kat saying men often think of money. Well, I think they're conditioned to do that. They are typically the providers, and it's kind of in their DNA, right? And then, Kat, that will be my last super chat. I know I have one more here. And let me go back up here. Who was my second super chat? Let me get her name. I say her. It could have been a him. I don't know. Priyanka. That's, I think, is a female. Priyanka, would you type your question now, please? And thank you. There you are. Yes. Would you type your question for me, please? Yep, Drew, I'm an OG. I'm an OG. It's an old girl original gangster. Okay, Priyanka wants to know about Harvinder. Okay, they're in no contact situation. What deck, please, for Priyanka? Ooh, that's an unusual choice. All right. 1 second here. Let me dig this one harder because it's so small. All the little decks are talking tonight. Oh, goodness. We made the first mark, didn't we? We did. Kat, thank you for that. Yes, appreciate those likes, everybody. Thank you so much. All right, we're asking for Priyanka. I know, I kind of lost count. Wasn't even really looking at it. Priyanka, let's ask about your person. What's going on with your person? No contact with Priyanka's person. Harvinder, what is going on with Harvinder? Why is there no contact, please? And thank you. Nope. Okay. The cards are either too big or too small. I'm afraid the whole deck's gonna go flying here. Okay, thank you. I may have to get my glasses on. These are so small. Well, okay, yeah. It's saying the end of a cycle here, Priyanka, but let me get some more cards for you. Well, of course you can unlove him. All right, let me put my spectacles on. Okay, well, conflict about, he's in conflict about his feelings for you. Let me put it like that. Let me get some more. Okay. More, please. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. Forgive me, y'all. Sorry. That's what happens when you talk for 3 hours nonstop. Well, Swati, you can go back and replay it if you missed it. It'll, just hit that little red dial and rewind it. You're here now. You're saying the good thing is he didn't know that you're rich, and he assumed that you stayed in a rented house, and well, that's smart. I played it through. The hell didn't someone marry me for money? Well, you outsmarted him. Well, you go, girl. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yes. That's what he gets for having his desires pointed in the wrong direction. Let's say it like that, right? That's awesome. I know it. You are smart. That's my hat's off to you. Lots of respect for that. Amen, JJ. It ain't supposed to be this cold. I know. It's like yesterday and the day before I had to run out, but especially yesterday, and I was so cold. I mean, I had clothes on, but still, I was sneezing and runny nose all day, and it was just the cold. That's all it was. It is not supposed to get... Mother Nature is confused when it's this cold here. It is very confused. Hey, Jayden, welcome. I am not doing magic. No, I am reading tarot cards. This is not the same as magic. I am just not clear about your person's message they're trying to give me here. So, hang on one second. Excuse me. Let me go back up here one second. I don't like the Emperor in reverse, though, but it is saying very possibly he wanted to control the situation. And, of course, the Hangman, so you're not in contact. You already told me that. He's confused. Yeah, now. Yeah, 2 cards here, confusion. I'm confused. King of Swords in reverse. I don't have clarity. 10 of Wands in the reverse. I don't know if I think I want to put this down. I can't, it's, But the confusing part to me is we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse. JJ, weigh in on this. I know you probably can't see these cards. They're so little. We got the World in the upright. Five of Wands in the reverse. I don't want this conflict anymore, right? Ace of Cups sideways. This means I'm not sure about this. Ten of Swords in reverse. This is somebody who's either resisting an ending or having a hard time getting over an ending. An ending of what? Four of Wands, a happy home, a potential happy home, a relationship. Four of Wands is often the twin flame card, right? Two of Pentacles. I'm overwhelmed or I'm juggling. I hope he's not juggling you. And then at the bottom of the deck, the Emperor in reverse. Again, that's ego, pride to me. He wants to control the situation. Time out with the Hangman. Seven of Cups in reverse. I'm just confused. I don't have, he is not what he's... Yeah, he is confused. That's okay. I'll take care of it. Thank y'all for... Okay. Could be. Yeah, she could be. It could be her. I don't, yeah, it's just not, it's not feeling clear to me. I'm going to change the deck. First of all, let's do the Light Seer. I love those. Do you use these, JJ? Light Seer? I love these. Nope, they're saying no, though. They're saying no. They're saying do this one. Okay. Give me clearer. This is not clear, and and often, JJ, for me, since you're a reader of some sort. Oftentimes tarot for me in these lives will give me the backstory before it gives me the answer to my question. So that could be the backstory. Yeah, that could be it. Please show me Priyanka's person. What is Priyanka's person feeling about her at this moment? Please and thank you. Hey, Kat, could you answer Mark's question for me, please? Thank you. Yeah, it really is. I know it's clearly... I won't say it's magic. It's a tool. We know that, but it is. I know what you're saying about the Rider-Waite. The imagery is just so clear with this one. Sometimes with the other ones, I'm just commenting with JJ about tarot. I'll get back to your reading, Priyanka. I do like other decks in that sometimes they give you different visuals so your intuition can give different messages. But you can never go wrong with the Rider-Waite. I know what you're saying. No, Swati, I'm gonna have to say no tonight. But I'll be back here maybe tomorrow. I think tomorrow night will be for subscribers only, and then I'll be back here Saturday and possibly Sunday. I'm in the south of Alabama. I'm in Alabama, and we're expecting a winter storm, so I could lose my power, in which case I won't be coming live anywhere. So it kind of depends on if I lose my power or not. My electricity. Not my power, my electricity. Okay, back to your reading. I'm distracted by the chat. Let me focus here. Well, the Divine is trying to balance this situation out. So... You may have communication, but if not, he's probably looking in on you, checking your social media, trying to figure out what's going on. You know, that we got the quintessential spying card. but there's something about timing here. I think he feels like maybe it wasn't, you know, it can be the right thing, but not the right time for someone. Three of Wands in reverse, and he's feeling bad about that. You know, he's missing you or feeling remorseful about the fact that this has come to a screeching halt. And I think maybe he's just decided to focus on his money for now. Priyanka, you're saying he says he's confused about you. Yeah, I can. That's exactly what the energy I'm feeling up here with these other cards is confusion. What should he do about you? Well, I can't answer that. That's called free will, and I can't tell him what to do, but I'm just here to show you what the energy is. We talk about that. Kat, could you answer Mark's question, please, for me? Pretty please. Yeah, another card of I don't have clarity. I know I've left you out in the cold. I don't have clarity. I don't want conflict. You know, this is, to me, it has a feel of somebody who avoids conflict. I don't care if it's family or you or the guy next door or whatever. He doesn't like conflict. And so he's in the process of making a choice still. I mean, the Lover's cards is here, but it's right next to this Two of Swords. It's still telling me I can't decide. Yeah, I can't decide. Do I want to fight for this or end it? I mean, that's basically... Oh, goodness, he is confused. Yep, there you go. Thank you for confirming that. He avoids conflicts. He just ghosts whenever he feels conflicted. Yep. I've been in a relationship with somebody like that. Yep. Well, I tell you what I will tell you, Priyanka. You need to work on and go back. Rewind the video. I've talked about this 3 different times tonight about the law of attraction, the law of manifestation. Only half of this situation is his and the other half is yours. So you need to change your point of attraction if you want this person back. And right now, what I'm seeing is, you know, reflected back in what his behavior is. And I'm talking about, you know, he's ghosted you now. He's run off. He doesn't like conflict. What does that say about you? You know, there's two sides to this equation. So I think, it's something you probably need to work on is I'm ghosted. You know, people don't talk to me. I'm not honored. My feelings are not honored. I attract a man who won't even have a conversation with me. So my feelings are not being valued. And that's the issue I think you need to affirm and you need to work on within you. And then if you can fix that, in other words, that shadow work you need to do, that your feelings are valued and you need to be respected in that way, right? So start working on some affirmations about, I'm seen and heard, my feelings are valued, all those kind of things. And maybe that will change this person's attraction to come back. I don't know. You're saying he's afraid for me, that if he talks to me, we'll have to go through all those mind conflicts again and suppressing his feelings. And I know, that's here. I know. He doesn't want the conflict. That's why I said that. So he's suppressing his feelings. But he does feel bad about treating you this way. I will tell you that. I don't think he'll tell you that. Maybe he will, but he does feel bad about it. He feels bad about the no contact. He feels bad about the no contact. I love it when Tara backs you up. Yep, first argument, they break up. Yeah. They're wimps. Can we say that? Yes. So I think your person just, yeah, he's confused. He does. And I'll be honest, what I'm feeling, I don't think this is so much confusion about, he's, I think he likes you. It's about the feelings within himself he's confused about. And I'm not expressing it how I want to, but let me see what else comes out for you. Well, right, I know, I agree. At least he feels bad. Yeah. I know, I'm tired of a bunch of idiots too. That's my 2025 resolution. I'd rather, moving forward, alone and happily single. I am happy to be single and enjoying my life without dealing with idiots. Not to say that I'm not open to something, but I need a break, I think. Yep. King of Cups, he does have feelings for you, clearly. King of Cups, he has feelings for you, but the King of Cups is different than the Queen of Cups. The King of Cups is very selective about when and how he gives that cup of love. He's a little bit more stingy with it, let's say. And it's created a tower moment with you two. Yeah. A tower moment is, you know, it can be, it basically means pulling the rug out. And he knows darn well, he knows he needs to apologize to you. And he knows you want him to come in and make a solid offer to you. He knows that. Tell me more. Why, oh why, is he in no contact? Why is he not communicating? Well, Swati, all the more reason, because you are rich, all the more reason you really need to talk about, work on this law of attraction and attracting the right kind of man for you. Yeah, Priyanka, that's it. Priyanka's saying, what can I say? I'm confused, he's confused, everything is confused, right? Well, you know what they say about confusion? If you're confused, if you don't know what to do, don't do anything. Don't do anything. And oftentimes the universe will put us in that state, like, take a time out, fool. I'm not calling you a fool. I'm just kind of saying that's how I hear it sometimes in my head. Just sit down and take a time out, Darlene. And you know, if you do that sometimes and you just try your best to stop thinking about them. Again, replay the video, wind it back. I've talked about this to three different people tonight. You've got to be clear about your value in this relationship, or no one is going to show up and reflect that you are valuable. Oh, JJ, thank you. That's sweet. Thank you. I mean, really, nobody is going to make us happy. That's our job. It's an inside job. Yep. You want him and he wants you. I am just surrendered to myself. And you always say, what is meant for me will come to me itself. Well, yes, but no, I don't. Yes, but you are not being a conscious creator in if you're just sitting there waiting for everything to come to you, and you don't realize that you are a creator, and you're taking appropriate action. And by that I mean you create with your thoughts, Priyanka. You have to take responsibility and accountability for your thoughts and what you're putting out into the universe. You have a point of attraction. That means where you're vibrating right now. What determines what you're vibrating? Your thoughts. Well, he's not coming. I'm not ever going to attract a man. And I'm just using thoughts that we've been discussing here. A man is after my money, like Swati was dealing with, you know, whatever. Instead of focusing on, here's the thing. We think about 67, no, Yeah, wait, let me get it right. It's over 60,000 thoughts a day. And only about 3,000 of those are actually conscious positive thoughts, if you can believe that. Now, if you can imagine, you got a lot of momentum going here about this situation and why this person, you've made up all these stories in your head, we always do, about why he's not calling you and and all of that. And so you need to stop that gerbil wheel of thinking, that monkey mind, and start focusing on all the reasons he will call you. Imagine and visualize your phone ringing with it, or getting a text from him telling you how much he missed you. You know, if you're over here focusing on what you don't have, you cannot manifest what you want. You can't get there from there. Hang on, so just 1 second here. Thank you, Kat. Well, you should. Here's the thing. Priyanka is saying, I want to take action, but whenever I want to take, I say, put a lot of efforts. I don't know. If I take action, it will lead to more problems. Well, here's the thing. You should be in alignment with the desires that you want and then take action. You're not in alignment. I can tell by your energy here. You're not in alignment with that right now. Excuse me. Hey, welcome. Love those crystal balls. Yeah. I don't actually have one. I should get one just for fun. So I'm trying to give you the bigger picture. Try to get your nose up out of this situation a little bit. The bigger picture is you are contributing to what you're getting. You are a creator in your life every day. And this situation is simply mirroring to you what you need to heal. So you got to do some shadow work here, and you've got to pivot and start focusing and coming up with positive affirmations and not down here on this monkey mind. Yes, exactly, JJ. Inaction is sometimes the best medicine. And let me tell you, there's a great, I'm in the South of the United States. JJ, you'll know this one. The farmers here, you know, we plant crops and this and that all over the country, of course, world, but sometimes they have to rest the field. It's called a fallow field. Let the field be fallow. And basically what that means is that the soil and the nutrients in the field have been depleted because year after year after year they've planted crops there, right? And growing, and the crops pull the nutrients out of the soil. So you have to rest the field and let all those nutrients and all the good stuff come back and regenerate before it can grow a good crop. Otherwise, if you plant crops there in the field before it's ready, they'll just die. They won't grow. They'll be stunted. And so time out is very valuable. A plateau is a good place to be. That's the opportunity for you to really get busy on your positive affirmations and thinking and creating your new reality that you want. Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, Swati. She's saying, I agree, and just watch your life as a movie. Yes, that's true. People will come and go. That's right, but you're always in it, right? You're the one that doesn't come and go. You're always in it. That's absolutely true. Yep, that's so very true. I just think the person's putting up a wall right now. He's just putting up a wall, and it's just a heavy burden for him right now. I don't, now we've got the Justice card. That can mean a lot of things. I don't know if your person's legally married to somebody else. That's just kind of an outbar. I think it means more about balancing the situation before they can come together and collaborate with you, because something here is has been deceitful. There's been some kind of deceit here, or deception, or sneakiness. And it could have to do, yeah, I mean, sneakiness about what? About this offer. This is the Ace of Pentacles, which typically means something tangible, like a brand new offer, but it's in the reverse anyway. It means a missed opportunity. A missed opportunity, yes. So I feel there's just something, I get a real sneaky energy off of this Seven of Swords. Now this can sometimes in the reverse mean making amends, but what happens is with that Seven of Swords in reverse, yes, it's like I always say that this person might come back and make amends, but it won't be the same. For example, the one I like to use is somebody loses their wallet and it's found at a restaurant or something, and it's returned, but it's missing the $50 bill that was in it. So even the person comes back, it might not be the same. And I just feel he's just very defensive right now. You're very welcome. He's not married. I didn't feel that's what that meant. Thank you for verifying that. Yeah. It can also just mean karma. Maybe he's getting a little karma over there too. Well, you're very welcome. I'm glad I could bring a little light on that for you. But I really want you to focus on your point of attraction. He's 28 and 30, JJ's saying, and he's probably under a lot of pressure from his family too. He has lots of internal turmoil, lots of pressure. I think that's right on, spot on. Because this feels like I'm putting up a wall because I feel like I'm defending myself against all these burdens. And I just feel like, I don't know why the energy of this card feels like it's in reverse. Like I can't really find that balance I need to be able to collaborate. So anyway, I think JJ's right on there. Thanks for pitching in there, JJ. Oh, thank you, Kat. Yep, yep. Yeah, you just don't, there's some things that you're not seeing here. You don't have clarity, obviously, but he doesn't either. He just doesn't. And you can't force that on somebody. Which card? What's that reverse card? Well, the Ace of Swords, is that the one you were talking about? Or on the laying out here? Excuse me. The Chariot's in reverse. And the Three of Wands is in reverse. Well, and the Chariot, it's a no contact situation, so I feel like that's what that's about. His family gave him trauma. His biological mother gave him to his stepmother, lives with her other kids, and his father also lives with the biological mother and live alone. But oh goodness, that's a hot mess, isn't it? Yeah. And that feels, even though I don't have that card of family, but it feels that way. I think every one of these wands is somebody telling him what he should do. Honestly. All the people pitching in, telling him what, none of their business, but they're telling him anyway. And he just needs to probably back up and put those wands down and take a breath. Yeah. So I don't feel like this is so much about you as his situation. Do you, JJ? Okay. Thank you. It feels to me more like his situation, but of course that's influenced by you. Sometimes I just went through this recently. I can't take any more. It's like the straw that broke the camel's back. And even with people I love, sometimes you have to say no, and I don't think your person does that well. You are very welcome, Priyanka. My pleasure. Thank you for being here tonight. JJ's agreeing with me. Yeah, that's right. Some people don't know how to say no. Thank you, Izzy. Thank you. Well, that's what I have for you, Priyanka. I'm wishing you much luck and much love with that situation. I do. It's a tricky one. But the bottom line is, I don't think it's in your control in terms of any communication. Unless I think what you need to focus on is, again, changing your worthiness, your point of attraction, your belief about yourself. And because I read it earlier, let me read it again to you guys. 1 second. There's a quote that I heard today that I love from Deepak Chopra. He says, because he was talking about a law of attraction and abundance. And abundance looks like a lot of things, not just money. But he said self-esteem is being responsive to feedback, but immune to criticism. I think that applies to your person, right? But he's not, as I often say here, be the duck, let the water roll off your back, but I don't think he's doing that. I think he's taking every comment somebody throws at him and taking it to heart. You are enough, Priya. That's right, Jojo. You are enough, with or without him. Amen. Get busy filling your cup. Get busy getting happy. Loving you. Absolutely. Oh, Swati, you're very welcome. I know we all have trouble with the internet sometimes. That's life in the world we live in, isn't it? Truly, that is life. Life as we know it here in 2025. Did I not agree? Oh, yes, I did. Okay. Cool. Hey, JJ, I can't, I can just see the picture, the little profile pictures are teeny tiny, can't really see it. You, are you from, where in the South? Where did you tell me you're from? Somewhere here in the South. Did you say Mississippi or Louisiana? Well, I did. Oh, good. Yeah, my screen still says 29 likes, but it takes a minute for mine to show up. Y'all see it before I do. Awesome. Well, thank you, guys. So appreciate those likes. It's nice. It helps the channel grow and tells YouTube, hey, that old girl must be doing something right over there. Brandon, Mississippi. Well, I lived in Mississippi. I lived in Hattiesburg. I don't think I know where Brandon is, though. North, south, relative to Hattiesburg or Jackson. I don't know where that is. One thing I love about YouTube is how it brings people together from all over the world. It's just so amazing. Okay, I think I'm caught up on Super Chats. You did live in Hattiesburg? Let's see, I was there 2010-ish to 2015. My ex was a government contractor. He was a retired major and worked on the Army post there. Oh, goodness. Okay, Priyanka, will you go study? Go get yourself to college there. Well, I'm gonna be signing out here in a minute anyway. I think I'm done with all my readings. I think I'm caught up, so I'm gonna be signing out shortly. And hopefully I will see you guys. I think I'll do just this. I can't talk suddenly. I think tomorrow night I will try to go live if I still have electricity with for my subscribers, and then I'll do just an open to anybody live again probably Saturday or Sunday. Like I said, if I have to. If I have electricity, I will. Oh, did you really? Oh, cool. Well, I probably saw you there then, right? Yep. I probably saw you in Hattiesburg. How funny. What a small world, isn't it? Gosh, such a small world. Kat, I don't know what you're still doing here, honey. I know it's like, what, 4 in the morning where you are there in Austria? Well, I'm glad you get a day off. I'm really glad to hear that. Thank you, Kat. I so appreciate you tonight. Every time I appreciate you being here, but thank you so much for all the hard work. Wasn't so bad tonight with the trolls, but I know, I appreciate it. I'm sorry that you blocked a few. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you. Swati's saying, you're psychic too now, but you messed up. You're like, what? Well, we all have free will, don't we? I know, we can mess it up or not. It's a choice. Oh, goodness, medical college. Oh, that is tough. Well, I wish you clear thinking with that. Off to your classes. Goodness. Kat, if I go live well, I mean, I'm off all day tomorrow, but I kind of think in terms of doing it at night, but I could go earlier if I don't know if people would show up because it's, it's work time for most people here in the States anyway. Yes, Kat's got some good advice. And JJ too, you're very welcome, Swati. Again, I'm glad you were here and I'm glad we could help. My pleasure. But but I have a good time with you here too, Kat. I know we do have fun. I know. What's the point of doing this if we don't have fun too? I do it for everybody else, but I have fun. I really genuinely have fun when I'm here. I miss y'all when I'm not here. I've heard readers say that when they do lives that they miss it. I not until I started doing them did I understand that personally, but yeah, I enjoy it because my regulars come on and make it fun, and that's a lot of fun. Okay, Kat, I don't know the answer to your question. I'm sorry, I can't. Again, it really depends a lot on weather tomorrow. I mean, the schools are closed. It's a hot mess here. And if I don't lose power. But you know what? Don't I have your email? Aren't you in my email? Didn't you email me before? Yes. No, that was that was a message on a video. I was thinking if I had your email, I could email you. I guessed it, didn't I? I said 4 o'clock. I just pulled that out my hat. 4 o'clock, 4:06 a.m. there, yep. Well, I will plan to go live tomorrow. I can't tell you when, but again, see what the weather's like here. I may be a popsicle tomorrow. I don't know if I lose my heat. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off for tonight. You too, Swati. You be safe and get to cracking those books. Spontaneous, that's me, right? Not always actually I'm a planner, but I have had to be. Okay, gang, thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate all the likes and all the support, and I'll see you guys as soon as I can. All right, love y'all. Bye. Many blessings.